really slow before.
Yeah,
And then by the time you realize, oh, it's too late.
It's very, very hard to actually predict as well, right? But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the match between Team Laos as well as Philippines, with Team Laos on the blue side and Philippines on the red side. This is going to be the third series for today, as we're going to be having more games to come, as all the nation's national teams are going to be battling it out. However, we do see the invades coming in right from the get-go, as a nano ship looking to go in for the reset, but it seems like instead of going for the reset, he is going to go for the harassment. But the Lolita shields is going to keep him alive, and somehow they are going to be able to win in the trade-off from Team Philippines.
Yeah, overall, Villa Luna has been very well, like managing to actually help secure the buff and managing to help your mid laner stay alive in just the first minute of the game has done so much. But now we have to see how it scales up, because we are looking at both the Karina as well as the Baras. How will they perform? Which one is actually going to have a clear-cut advantage when it comes to the turtle fight? Because I feel like that is what both these teams are waiting for. Get a level 4, try to get a turtle fight, because as of right now, up in the EXP lane, it looks like Soto is having a little bit of a rough time going up against this Darov coming in from JZ Bin.
Yep, I definitely agree. Meanwhile, on the bottom side as well, Gonzalez, he is playing the safe approach as well, with Distant going to be able to win on the trade-off against this harassment. But now with the Koopa down in the equation, I like how Team Laos is trying to secure the farm and win this lane, whereas Team Philippines is just looking to react to this. So it's going to be a defensive play, but they are not going to be able to do too much coming from Team Laos with this push down, rotation down bottom.
Yeah, I want to see Team Laos actually winning more on the
look at this.
on the lanes. And right now,
this is big.
Yes, Barat is pretty big going up, and right now Soto is engaging, but it looks like the Barats will not have that big of an issue. Will Philippines actually commit for this turtle or not?
Yep, seems like they might consider as well. There's going to be a 4v4 fight straight out from the get-go. Who's going to get the turtle? It seems like that is going to be Del Rosario securing him in the vicinity, but there's no transition as Team Laos completely goes in for the reset and retreats. All right.
Yeah, we have to see where Philippines, they know when they want to go in. For Laos, they're still considering whether they want to or not. And something interesting here to point out is that the Claude, before that, we look at Soda over there in the top side. There's nowhere for him to go. And First Blood goes over to the Philippines.
Yeah, that's going to be a good takeoff coming from Team Philippines to go in for the fight. Meanwhile, bottom side as well, Team Laos, they are going to be occupied on trying to secure the farm on towards Biston. Meanwhile, the invades are coming in from Team Philippines to deny resources of jungles away from Team Laos.
Right now, for the side of Philippines, again, I just feel like they're just waiting. They're just waiting for Laos to actually overextend, because as of right now, Philippines, they don't mind waiting for a bit. And right now, they see that something is going on in the orange buff area. And they're considering whether they want to commit or not. It looks like, you know what, it's not really worth it. It's just an orange buff. We have 1-2.
Yep, the Clock of Destiny, very early one coming from Imam as well. It's only 3 minutes in the game, and right for the get-go, this is gonna give him an early stack to actually scale a little bit more coming with the Xavier. Seems like they are gonna be experimenting with the Xavier as well after being thrown in their face time and time again when they're matched up against Team Malaysia earlier today. Here comes starting like, oh my goodness! That's some big boy damage coming from Imam.
That is a lot of damage. I feel like he just wanted to help clear the minion, and then he did a little bit more. That's an overachiever. Nominum Blast managing to hit on to the Franco. And right now, Real Woman Militia has been activated, and right now, Team Philippines, they're trying to go away, but one by one, they're getting pushed out. Del Rosario managing to survive just with, I would say, non-existent health. I did not see any HP on that bar just now.
Just one auto attack. Del Rosario was able to escape it all. But in the midst of this confusion as well, even though there was trades after trades, Team Laos, they're faring pretty okay in terms of economy. And look at this. Looks like they are going to be focusing on the harassment. The Team Philippines looking to concede the turtle just because Del Rosario was bullied out of the situation. But once again, Team Philippines, they're going for the reset. It seems like they are going to try and solve this game a little bit longer just because they need some more items on Imam.
Yeah, Gonzalez has to be careful just because we can see the Franco kinda likes being down here, likes to be on the gold lane side, and he probably understands what's going on. That's why he keeps using his Blazing Duet just to clear the minions, and then, you know, I'm just gonna back off. I'm just gonna go home. And right now on the top side, we're looking at this Dyrov against Esmeralda matchup, and Dyrov is looking very happy. I can see the smile on his face.
Yeah, it's pretty clear cut as well. The Durov is going to be able to win the matchup as well. Considering that going for the Festival of Blood means they is going to go for a little bit more in a sustained division coming in from J4Z Finn. But as of yet, despite all the trades here, it seems like Team Philippines, they don't really care about winning the early engagements. It's more about trading 50-50s as long as they can. And eventually, in terms of scaling, they do scale a little bit harder compared to Laos just because of what the Karina can bring to the table, the Claude can bring to the table, as well as the Xavier. So they're not taking any unnecessary risk, but guess what? Distant is going to be forcing the issue as he gets a nice kill onto his Gonzalez. Meanwhile, the rest of the teams here comes the Spread and the Daytona Smoker from Lexi looking for the play. The Numenor Blast connects on two, but Imam is trying his best to poke his way through, but Del Rosario, despite being bit off, chewed and spat out, he was able to come up alive with 1 HP.
How did he survive that? Okay, that was amazing, but I do have to say, I like what Team Laos is doing right now. They're making sure that they win the EXP as well as the gold lane. 1v1, no problem, you know? J4Z, he has this under the back. He has one itemization, 100 strike over there. He has enough penetration to go up against the Esmeralda. They just want to make sure that in terms of gold lane, they can win. So they put 3, sometimes even 4 people down in the gold lane just to make sure that Gonzalez has a very, very difficult time to farm. But with that being said, he already has his Demon Hunter sword. So he's not really being slowed down that much. He's still in a good enough position.
Agreed, but as of yet, you can see too easy for Lexi. He's forced to start the turtle to try and build up his tech and sustain it while trying to force Team Philippines to a fight. Well, the Rosario playing it safe. Nano going for the hook, gonna miss this mark as well, but looks like the Lord is gonna be in the hands of Laos, and now with the fight coming in, the Rosario is gonna be bit off and isolated from right. A big Numenor Blast comes in, but where's the follow-up? Here comes the blazing duet, but seems like Team Laos a little bit too tanky to pick the fight. But no, the Dawning Light gets cancelled by the Iron Hook, but it's all good, my friend. Here it comes. Imam connects the dot, and Soto will receive the rebound, goes in for the dunk, gets a kill. And Team Laos seems to be losing a little bit too much, more than expected. But as of yet, Team Laos, they're forced to go for the full retreat despite those trades.
We can see that for both sides of the teams, all the athletes here, they kind of want to take a little bit more. They're like, you have little HP. I just really want to go in front. I just want to do a little bit more basic attack damage, but they understand the stakes are high, so better not. And right now we can see the 1v2. No problem for Dyrov managing to actually get the Esmeralda. Almost getting a double kill with that. That is actually very, very impressive coming in from the side of Laos. Very, very good Dyrov play from J4Z.
Agreed. Now, Team Philippines, they are going to struggle a little bit more. Railway Mission comes in from the side also Zo to fight his way through. Well, Luna blocking as much as she can, but unfortunately will get chipped away from the Numenor Blast. Not going to do too much. Viston, however, will survive towards last HP. Rosario thinking about going for the chase, but instead is a little bit afraid of what Nano Ship is going to do to him. Just been going for the fight. Here comes the Dirov, getting a little bit scary. But seems like Philippines, they are going to back off and not overextend this play. However, bottom side, here comes the catch. Gonzalez actually getting chewed by too easy for Lexi. It seems like a little bit of an adaptation, a little bit of a hero switch. Team Laos, they are looking stronger than ever.
And look at the items coming in for the side of Farad. He has the Brute Force Breastplate, so every single time he attacks, he's going to get a little bit more tanky. And then with the Sky Garden helmet, whenever he just walks around, he gets a lot of regen. But once he uses Daytona Welcome, which has more regen, it's going to be even more insane. And right now we can see that the team fight on the mid side, they want to secure this mid. Laos is able to get it. Villaluna with very, very low HP, but already having the immortality. Laos are just going to be like, we have what we wanted, and let's just back off. Very good discipline coming in from the national team of Laos.
Yep, I definitely agree. A much better performance compared to the previous ones, but as of yet, they're doing fantastically well to scale his way through. Meanwhile, in Philippines, you can see Gonzalez is struggling to get some sort of farm, however, is getting a lot of space down bottom. Meanwhile, Team Philippines is going to try and stall up some time down towards the Lord Pit. As of yet, Team Laos, do they want to fight? It seems like they want to, but I don't think they can afford to, just because of the lanes being shoved down to the bottom side. And now Team Philippines, they're looking to force an issue.
Yeah, we can see how Team Laos, just as what you said, Terrence, they want to look for a fight. They're just not sure what angle is the best. Nanoship is just trying to get an iron hook. He just doesn't matter who. And Gonzalez goes in using the blazing duet, but not hitting any targets. And that is a big ultimate down coming in from the side of Philippines. Laos, if they want, they can take advantage of it. But right now, Philippines, they have to be careful because the Dyrov can't actually deal with the Esmeralda. A lot of invisibility is going on. And on the backside, we can see Real Manipulation has been opened up by the side of Laos, but no one really caught up in it. Looks like this team fight is going nowhere.
Yep, here we go again as well. Major ultimate has been expanded to the Philippines. They're very happy on the situation. They want to re-engage and punish this, and they are going to look to pop the fight. But guess what? Villa Luna with a big Nomenon blast connects on Soul. Here comes the dawning light from Imam to scare him off, but wow, the rest of the teams from Team Space is going to be chipping his way. But here comes the hook from Team Laos. Catches El Rosario, takes them out. They trade jungle for jungle, but Soto is going to be the next to fall because J4Z Bid is here to party with the Dyrov.
Yeah, Laos looking so good right now, especially with winning the side lanes. I feel like the biggest threat for the side of Philippines is really this Dyrov, just because you kind of don't want him to join the team fight, but at the same time, if he's not in the team fight, he's pushing. And then when he's pushing, as of right now, no one is really able to deal with him because the Esmeralda has tried and has not succeeded.
Yeah. It's going to be a little bit difficult to actually deal with the Dyrov. It's going to take a little bit more time, especially coming from Gonzalez when he's playing a squad. And because once he actually gets his items, and alongside with Imam, I don't think the Dyrov will be a big threat. It's more on going for those execution plays. But as you can see, Team Philippines, they are going to try and make an issue as well. Nanoship tries to go for the hook. Unfortunately, not going to be able to connect. So it's going to be a little bit more trading in terms of economy. Even though Philippines is losing out a little bit more, they're trying their best to salvage the XP, salvage the economy to try and scale in towards the ultra late stage of the game.
Yeah, and we do have to pay attention above, and we look at an engagement coming in from both teams. Gonzalez tried to chip out as many damage as he can, but he is not able to actually get any kills. And Dyrov in the backstage trying to kill someone. He manages in the front line. Soto trying to get onto Bistan, but Bistan still survives. Looks like both of the teams, they're playing front and back, but everyone is all over the place. Gonzalez still has a lot of HP there. Overall, good kiting from him, but this fight is not going anywhere else. But overall, good performance from Gonzalez, managing to actually dish out damage and still able to cut a lot coming in from Laos.
Yeah, J4Z been just doing an absolute amazing job in cutting the back lines. He's found multiple instances as well to make sure that either Rosario or Imam is going to have a very, very difficult time, because once these two get taken out of the equation, the team fights will swing in their favor. And he's been hard targeting Imam for a very good number of reasons. But as of yet, based on the itemizations, as of yet, Imam is looking for that big Divine Clays purchase. And once that's up, Team Laos, they've got to be very careful.
Yeah, Team Laos, they have to be careful. They have a lot of ways to really set up a team fight, especially when the real world manipulation is up. It makes it a little bit easier for Nanoship to actually hit his Iron Host just because everyone is slowed down. Same thing with Too Easy for Lexi. He can use his Daytona Welcome to actually catch anyone. They just have to be careful who they're going to catch, because looking at Gonzalez, he can, dash away. He can trade places with Dexter with the Battle Mirror image. So try to pick your targets as best as you can. As of right now, Laos as well as Philippines, they're slowing down the game, and this is why I say the Dyrov is a problem. Just because Philippines, they're not sure. Do they want to put more people on the side lanes, or do they want to go for this team fight? Right now, Laos, they have an advantage. They're going to start the Lord up here.
Yeah, it seems like that is going to be the flicker forward coming from Nanoship to try and pick Gonzalez. Gonzalez going for the Blazing Duet as well, trying going for the fight. He chumps in down. That's going to be too easy for Lexi. Going out of equation, but the Lord is down towards half HP, but the reset is going to keep him alive, because that is going to be a triple kill coming from Del Rosario as he cleans out the back lines. A Nunuman Blast is going to keep Bistan in check, as now Del Rosario has survived to live to tell the tale, but J4Z been getting hunted down like a mad dog he is, and that is going to be Team Philippines cutting them all out and leaving Bistan alive, and that is going to be the easy Lord take coming from Team Philippines.
I don't understand how Del Rosario does it. He just dances all around. Like, he understands, like, you want me. I just got a triple kill. You probably think I want a maniac. I do. But I'm going to run away from you first. Very good performance coming in from J4ZBin, but I would say better execution. And again, just like you say, trigger finger. I like that word. I'm going to keep using it after this.
Agreed. But 60% of the health being chunked up from one Dawning Light coming from Imam on towards Biston. As you can see, based on the items as well, he doesn't have a lot of defensive maneuvers. So that means one full combo coming from Imam is going to be able to shut him down. So this is going to be a very difficult situation, but hopefully they are going to be able to scale a little bit more. But let's take a look at items real quick coming in from Del Rosario as well. Almost nearly full items as well.
Yeah, just waiting on one immortality and then probably going to finish off with his cursed helmet. As of right now, from the side of Philippines, they're looking very strong. They're looking very good. Right now, the Lord just secured a turret for them. Whether they want to engage or not, looking at Gonzalez, he looks like he wants to go in. Real Wind Relation has been opened up. Too easy for Lexi. Took too much damage. And look at that Dawning Light. Philippines right now, they're going in alongside with the Lord. They're pushing hard on the bottom turret. And we can see how Gyro tries to fight back. An amazing hook. Pulling back, but he dies first. Gonzalez staying in the back line, dealing out a lot of damage. They're going to focus on the Crystal, and the Crystal is going to go down. First game going over for the side of Philippines.
Very, very convincing game coming from... every single time, and this is just really, really difficult. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, this is going to be the second game of the third series for today for the 31st SEA Games of the Mobile Legends division, currently happening in Vietnam. Philippines versus Laos, and as you can see, it is going to be the jungle Akai with Soto playing on the XP lane for the Potato. Wow, Gonzalez going to be on the gold lane with the Grog. All right.
I mean, if we... Okay, he's using a marksman emblem.
Technically, that's the meta-ish for Grog now,
exactly.
Right?
So that's why, right? It's the marksman emblem, so it makes sense. But other than that, Gonzalez will actually scale very, very well.
I think he's gonna die.
Well, we have to see.
Yeah, I think he's dead. Yeah, he's actually... No, okay. He's scared. All right. I didn't expect that, but all right.
Okay, you know what? I kind of feel like they could have just forced it. But yeah, good respect coming in from the side of Laos. But right now, Soso is in the mid lane and he's taking a lot of damage. And first blood is going over to the Philippines.
Wow, that is huge coming from Iman. This is going to give him a little more economy to actually build that early Clock of Destiny, which we see in game number 1 against Laos. So it's something that's okay, but however, on the top side, Gonzalez not having an okay game at all, completely being bullied out of the lane and XP twice now. Calling in Villaluna with the assist, but this time with the Estes heals is going to be a-okay, but the harassment from this Baxia is just negating so much of this heals, and very, very risky territories coming from Team Philippines, but Team Laos looks like they are going to back off, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like if Biston had level 4, he might not even hesitate. He's just like, you know what?
For sure.
I'm just gonna go in. I'm just gonna go in. So I'm waiting for that level 4. Right now, looking at the bottom side, Soto is going to get his level 4, but there's 2 people here, Soso as well as the Dyro. So going in, they're taking 2v1, but Soto is actually looking very good. He actually was able to chunk out a little bit from Jezubin, but either ways, Laos just secured their own turtle.
Again, seems to be a repetitive trend coming from Team Philippines as well as Laos, as they completely ignored the early phase of the game. The Dawning Light comes in for Imam. It's not going to do a little bit too much damage, as Nano is going to be forced to reset the away, as he is going to be recalling back into his base. Meanwhile, Team Laos, they do have the upper hand in terms of the turtle buff. Are they going to scale? Absolutely not. It seems like Philippines, they're just playing safe, getting their XP, and then, you know, hope to pick a fight later on.
Yeah, and right now, if we look at the gold, it's heavily favored on the side of Laos, but it's mostly just because Gonzalez has been missing some farm, just because Biston have been just harassing him over and over again. I'm actually surprised he has not died yet, because I feel like he cheated death so many times.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But based on the items here, Arkai are going to be going for a very, very early Molten Essence. I think he is going to be going for the Sky Gun later on. But eventually, somebody's got to stop Biston. Here, a big Dawning Light just scaring Biston, helping Gonzalez a little bit more in the lanes. But I feel like this is very, very difficult to play. Corrosion Scythe already up on Bistan means that there is going to be a lot of 1v1 action later on.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Gonzalez to be like, you know what, I have enough damage, and he's just gonna flicker and just use his wall charge. But either way, both of the teams are playing a little bit slow right now, not looking to get any crazy pickoffs, not trying to force any kind of situations. Even though the Philippines did get the first blood, but that was minutes ago. Right now, the turtle will spawn very, very soon on the bottom side of the map. We have to see whether the side of Philippines or Laos is looking to actually capitalize on that. For now, Laos, they've been on top of the turtle, and Philippines have not really put so much priority on that target specifically.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Meanwhile, now as of yet, as you can see, Team Philippines, they are gonna play this a little bit slow, but finally Del Rosario will make the move to contest for the second turtle. But Team Laos, they're ready to party as well. He does have the Hurricane Dance Troy, he's going for the zone, but the Tortoise Baton from the box there is gonna scare him off. Del Rosario will steal the turtle away, immediately going for the Hurricane Dance, and you can see Exo needs to run for his dear life and gets bullied down. That's gonna be a good, easy pick, while the rest of the members coming from Team Laos, who's trying to regroup to save his teammates, get slowly chipped away at the members from Philippines. As you can see, they will lose 2 members in contrast to absolutely no trades.
Yeah, I'm guessing Philippines, they were just waiting for that one item or just to get to a certain level, and then they're gonna push their advantage, because we can see how Villa Luna, he got his ultimate, just like, you know what, let's fight for this, and then they managed to get 2 kills off of that, and then the pause is gonna come in. As of right now, for the side of Philippines and for the side of Laos, both of these teams are playing at a slower pace kind of style, where from the side of Philippines, I did expect a little bit more aggression, but I'm guessing just because the Grok is having such a difficult time up at top lane in the gold side, it makes it difficult for them to actually push too hard, because the SS doesn't have that much of a choice, having to actually go and make sure that the Grok survives. So yeah.
Yeah, I get it, you know, considering the amount of the lanes as well. I believe that right now, even though Team Philippines, they have a little bit of small victory, right? They need to get a little bit more, considering that if this game goes a little bit too long, the 1-1 is just going to go absolutely out of control. Team Laos, they are going to come up on top in every single fight if they do not figure out a way to kill with the 1-1. And I get it. It's very, very difficult to actually deal with the situation, right? If it makes sense, like, Grok has the one-shot potential on towards 1-1, but the problem is that there's an instant free Purify on the 1-1. If you do not get the combo in, the 1-1 is just gonna go out, easily proc the crossbow attack, and then just one-shot you, or potentially even just chain CC and run away.
Yeah, even if 1-1 just has 1 HP left, because again, there's only 3 stacks of the weakness stack. So once all weakness stacks is gone, and then she goes up in the air, and then presses her spell, Inspire. So the damage is going to be crazy, but the healing is going to be crazy as well.
Exactly.
So then it becomes into a point where, like, guys, legit, I tried. But that's the reason why this hero keeps getting banned.
Yeah, it's not an easy hero to actually counter as well.
It's not a fun hero to play against.
Yeah, it's not a... Okay, it's a fun hero to play at,
but not
against. I definitely agree as well. And you can see the hesitations as well coming from Team Philippines to pick a different marksman, right? Because logically, there's not a lot of marksmen that could potentially one-shot 1-1. They opted to go for Paquito, a safer choice, just because if they sync the combo with the Grok and the Paquito in time, they can technically just one-shot this 1-1.
Yeah, I feel like traditionally how people used to face against this very oppressive marksman, doesn't matter if it's 1-1 or anyone else, it's just to put a burst mage on the gold lane, like before, just people use a Farsa, so just get the stun and then just deal your damage. Like, make sure you just outrange the marksman. That's the whole basis of the idea. Putting Cecile in there, outrange, because going up against a 1-1 where she wants to get weakness stack, and then you using a melee hero, it's kind of easy for her to actually get all of it. But if you're going up against like a Farsa where the range is further than 1-1, potentially you will not necessarily win the lane, but you have an easier kill potential going up against 1-1, even though 1-1 can purify out of your stuns and such.
That's the thing, right? It's so difficult. Like, if you're talking about lane matchups, of course, going for heroes with a lot of iframes is amazing. Like Lancelot or Lunos, Hayabusa, all these are amazing ways to deal the cross protect. However, if it's a team fight, if you go for the brilliance, means your teammates is going to take a little bit more damage. Sometimes you got to share it a little bit. But without further ado, we're going to be going back into the game. And this, you can see, very early purchase all the Blades of Despair coming from Gonzalez means that the Grok is going to be a little bit more tankier compared to before.
Yeah, I feel like that is... Like, he didn't really have a choice in that situation. It's like, I'm not gonna get boots. I'm not gonna get anything. Just let me get my Blade of Despair just so that I can handle this 1-1 a little bit better. And then, I don't know, maybe eventually we can see the damage coming in from Imam is actually really strong. Sosul has to get away from that situation using the regen pretty early.
Yep, and as you can see, this is going to be a very, very sticky situation as Team Philippines, they know that their online timing is going to mid to late stage again, where eventually Laos is not going to be able to deal with the Estes Hughes. Even though they've got the box here, they don't technically have enough damage to chain CC every single one unless J4Z Bin is able to consistently dish out a lot of damage. But it looks like the Toys Person is going to be on his way, and look at this, Villaduna doesn't really care.
That's why it's so annoying going up against the Nessus.
Oh, what?
Like, yeah, he got caught, but he got a kill. Before that, we can see that they're trying to lock down Lexi. Lexi is taking a lot of damage and is trying to run away. But Gonzalez is there securing the kill. And look at Imam just getting those stuns, getting those damage out. This is
okay.
I did not see that coming, Terrence, and they're fighting again. Atlas is there, giving the mega kill over to Imam, and they're pushing for mid. Philippines, out of nowhere, they just dealt too much damage and they just recovered so much HP.
Oh my goodness, Imam just catching people left, right, front, and center, and with the Transcendent form is able to spam consistently as well. And barely 6 minutes into the game, this Xavier's got 4 kills and arguably a very, very early Clock of Destiny. On top of it all, you can start to see the damage is already scaling rather early. Unfortunately, this Daunting Light is not going to be able to hit, so we are not going to be able to see the full strength of how it actually does. But you can see Gonzalez is starting to hit a lot already.
I'm so sorry, but I was so surprised. Like, we saw that the Daytona's welcome.
Whoa. Look, Enchanted as well as the Clock of Destiny 7 minutes into this game. That's pretty fast on a Xavier.
No, yeah, that's a mid laner, which you don't always associate having the highest gold per minute.
Yeah, that's scary.
Right now, he has the second highest gold in his team. The highest one is Gonzalez, and he is a gold laner where, you know, the minions give up extra gold. And right now, Donaship is taking a lot of damage. So, Versailles will be like, I'm just so surprised. I did not expect that to happen.
Oh, Abysm Strike doesn't seem to connect. That is going to be Soto baiting him out. However, Soto, if looking for the right opportunity, he can go for the one side, but at the same time, the cancel recall. Oh, Soto was just only clearing the minions. Really unfortunate coming in from J4ZB in top side. However, it's going to be having a little squall skirmish. They lose a tier 1. Immediately, Team Philippines is going to capitalize on this mistake and this position as they go in for the pickup. They've got one, but guess what? Imam completely took Nano ship to the moon, bro. And that is going to be Viston going to be looking for next. The crossbow Dex comes in, but the Estes Hughes is going to completely mitigate all the damage done.
That was very, very good team fight coordination where we can see Gonzalez actually creating a wall just for that. Del Rio has another angle to use his Hurricane Dance to lock it down too easy for Lexi, because we can see that there was an attempt to use the Daytona's Welcome, but was not being able to execute. Right now, Philippines, we have talked about where in the early stages of the game, they let the enemy team to do whatever they want, but hey, you know what? Introduce the Estes in the mix. 8-0. 8 for Philippines. Laos has not secured any kills so far.
Yeah, that is really scary. Now with Del Rosario getting a Brute Force Breastplate means that it's going to be a little more tankiness coming from Arkai. However, for how long can they out-sustain? Because eventually they need some sort of damage, and I feel like Imam is doing as much as he can, but eventually they need some sort of DPS, which I don't exactly know how Team Philippines is going to do, because eventually you can see J4Z is starting to scale. Lord Buster came from Philippines, but the Daunting Light completely pushing business out of the initial fight. So Toys Person coming from Nano is going to be there, but the wall block is going to keep him trapped, and that is going to be Philippines getting a pickoff.
I think that was a good idea, but wrong execution, where Nanoship, he understands that he has to go to the back line and actually do something, but he is a roamer. He's not a damage dealer. Even if he's there, there's really not much that he can do. And look at that damage going over to So, where Imam is really flexing how much damage that he can do, along with the crowd of control that he provides. Easy for Lexi, unable to finish off his Daytona's welcome, and right now he's being pushed back over to the side of the Philippines. It's going to be 1 versus 5, and there's nothing they can do. Killing spree over to Gonzalez, 3-0-3. This Croc is unstoppable.
Well, the ultimate bonding experience just shows you how much of a decimation they can do as they completely shut them out. But meanwhile, they're taking objectives. You can see the desperation coming from Team Philippines as well. They want to close up this game as quickly as they can, so that things don't go super out of hand. But now, forcing a couple fights is going to be the way to go. Villa Luna does have about 30% in terms of mana to sustain 2 hours next to this fight. The Philippines, do they want to force it? It seems like they are going to, I guess.
Oh, it looks like they want more. Look at that Dawning Light dealing a lot of damage, and Team Philippines, they're losing HP, but hey, you got an Estes. Let's fight, let's continue. And the thing is, for Team Laos, I saw that actually So tried to use the Yin Yang of a turn, but there's basically no damage. So if you don't have enough damage and going up against an Estes, that is a big problem coming in from the side of Laos. Philippines, looks like they almost secured their own win condition.
You know, Team Philippines, they tried their best. They understood the need to force an issue. Unfortunately, the minions was cleared off. If things didn't go exactly according to plan, it's all good. As long as they don't die, they don't give any unnecessary comeback mechanics in terms of kills, all is well. Because right now, if Team Philippines loses 1 or 2 members in this next upcoming fight, Team Laos, they are going to immediately scale back in terms of economy, and they are going to be able to stand head-to-head 50-50s against Team Philippines, as long as the game does not drag as long as it can. However, Divine Glaive purchase up on Imam means this is going to be major damage outputs coming with the
Dawning Light.
Dawning Light, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and right now, looking at Imam as well as Villa Luna, they have 100% kill participation so far. They're going up against the jungler coming in from Laos. They're focusing on Easy for Lexi. And look, this is a skirmish, but Estes is there.
Oh no, Villa Luna, what is
getting the kill, but right now, Villa Luna has been sacrificed early on. But look at the backside. Imam was forced away by Nanoshift. Nanoshift right now has 1 HP, just 1 HP, trying to run away and managing to get over. Oh, never mind! Never mind!
Oh my goodness.
The snipe from Imam, 7-0-5, still 100% kill participation. What a snipe!
It's
what a
all
Dawning Light.
about the vision control. It's all about giving vision to your teammates and trusting him to get the job done. And guess what? Imam is the man to get things done. Well done coming from Team Philippines. However, need to remind you as well, this is very clutch plays coming from Villa Luna as well, because he was just right in the middle of the ball, down to his last thing, manages to prop the Winter Trunk in time. He loses his life. It's not an end of the road, considering that it is a roam. So
yeah,
in terms of scaling when it comes to comeback, it's not that too much. So it's all good for now, but this is going to be the second lot coming from Philippines. They need to secure it, and they will get it. It seems like they are going to force the issue as of yet. Lexi getting picked apart bit by bit. The Zoid Facade is going to come in for the corner plant as well, but the ultimate bonding experience is going to keep them all alive. But the Abyssal Strike doesn't come out from J4Z Bin to get a kill, as Team Philippines, they are going to be able to sustain this way through. Biston is going to make a run for it, but you can start to see the fights that are going to be coming from Team Laos as they are slowly getting their items and damage and power spike to fight back.
I was so impressed with Del Rosario actually managing to get 2 people stuck between both of those walls over there. But yeah, like you said, right now Biston is actually scaling 1-0-0. He has not died yet. The damage that So took was a little bit too much. And the damage that Biston took was a lot. They have to be careful. The damage is there, but it's not going to mean anything if you die right here in your own base. The Lord is marching in. And right now, Team Laos, they're trying their best, but look at that Dawning Light. Legendary for Imam and Team Philippines. They're not stopping here. They want to move forward. Biston has to be careful. He's taking a lot of damage. Gonzalez secures another kill for himself. And right now, the Dyra made potentially another mistake. Another kill for Imam. Philippines is not stopping. 1 by 1. Only 2 more members from the side of Laos. That is able to try and end this, to try and protect their own base, but Philippines say no, this is our time. We're getting a 4-0 on the SEA Games.
Wow, what a